Oh, we're doing this again.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is Rose's room.
And judging by the title, you can guess it's gonna be about Steven's mom.
Mm-hmm. More about her room and how it works than anything, but much about Rose. We'll get into the room when we actually get to that.
We're getting into something at first we touch on something I believe, touched on a few times before, which is the Gems are too busy to hang out or play with Steven, and he's...
Sometimes they don't take him at all because they think the mission's too dangerous for him.
Yeah, which makes sense. But, yeah, they just leave him behind, and he's stuck to go about whatever he's doing. He ate like four cans of...
One for each person.
Yep, 4 cans of this cream corn stuff, and...
It's really cute how he's doing, like, okay, and then the crowd goes silent as Steven goes for the last teaspoon of...
He was obsessed with golf most of the
golf.
First part of the episode. And, yeah, he invites them to go mini-golfing. He
gets his dad's,
free tickets for everyone, and he even has a pair of his dad's old golf pants.
They're too big on me, but you can wear them, Garnet.
I could just imagine Garnet like, oh no, he can't be serious. No.
So the Gems...
Ain't no way Garnet wearing that.
So the Gems go out for a full day, I take it. In the meantime, Steven has a Nintendo 64, which I think is awesome.
Yeah,
but
wish I had one. I just have the Microsoft stuff right now.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't know how old... Well, Steven was born in 2000, so I'm assuming that his dad, so he didn't grow up with the Super Nintendo and stuff like that, so he grew up with the stuff that we grew up with, the 64 and the GameCube. Yep.
So I miss my GameCube some days.
I still have a GameCube. It's awesome. So he's playing this epic golf game that's kind of like Pokemon and a bunch of other anime games.
It's pretty much RPG golf.
RPG golf with Pokemon. In fact, the attack scenes are kind of like Pokemon.
It's pretty much like Pokemon or Final Fantasy, and you're fighting the windmill that you see at every mini golf place, and it's just crazy.
So he spends the whole day playing it. I don't know how long it takes for you to beat a game, period. Does it take like a few hours? 10 hours? 15?
It depends on the kind of game. Some of them can range to about 12 or more hours, but knowing him, he spent all night playing that crazy game.
He spent 24 hours. Probably.
I'd say probably given that game, probably 12 or so, maybe more.
So he beats the game, and again he has this secret alternate ending that he finally...
the super secret ending that you have to be amazing. You have to get 100% mix something with the game to unlock, and that's when everyone comes in and says, "Hey Steven, guess where we were? Check out this awesome
the Wailing Stone
thing." Yeah.
And keep that in mind for future episodes, because it'll come back.
The Wailing Stone?
Yeah, the Wailing Stone. So, and it does this, it wails, obviously, but it's supposed to, if you listen carefully, it condenses secret messages sent from home planets. Keep that in mind. But it also wails, because that's it's kind of like a foghorn, or it's SOS, sort of. It's this big sound that can shred windows and, break through a bunch of glass, and it breaks the TV again.
Yeah.
And
during the ending of the game too.
Yeah. So Steven's a little upset because of that. He was upset because the gems disappeared, but now he's disappointed because
he didn't get to finish the cutscene, which I could understand. I love cutscenes to see the story, to see how everything finally plays out, and when it's the absolute final cutscene, you interrupt the game, and I will freaking cut you.
Well, Steven won't cut any, but he can. I know.
I'm just exaggerating. I'm exaggerating.
I wouldn't.
I'm over exaggerating, but if it's my favorite game series and it's the absolute final cutscene that I've never been able to get to, I will fucking cut you to finish that scene. No, I wouldn't. I'm just. But
Steven don't want to go near you. I'm kidding. So yeah, he wishes he would have a place of his own just so he could be alone. That's another theme that comes up a lot. I wish.
Yep. That's pretty much the...
Something he should... I don't know. He needs to keep this in mind whenever he says those words. I wish. Your gem's going to react to whatever it is you want. But he doesn't get that.
Yet.
So yeah, his gem activates the door, activates his mother's gem on the door, and it operates her room.
Yep. Oh, something we forgot to say in the last one.
What?
The bubble comes back when they're against the death thing.
Well, yeah, Steven, at this point, I don't think he knows how to activate it yet, but it reacts to danger.
Yep. Or what he most feels that he needs, such as a safe haven to get away from all this crazy stuff.
We see a snippet of the room in the Together Breakfast episode. If you remember that pink spot, he's falling. Yeah. Oh, this isn't so bad. Ah!
Yeah, that we see fluffy pink clouds, and now we see more fluffy pink clouds, and we also get to see the unique ability of Rose's room, which is pretty much
it's her little heaven, so to speak. It looks like heaven.
Looks like heaven, but if you change the color tone to a bit more pinkish.
And because it's Steven's now, it basically operates to anything Steven wants.
Yep.
Anything.
I wish I had a bed. Bing!
A quadruple top bunk bed with a slide. And I want a little tiny floating whale. Ooh!
Yep.
That's so adorable.
That is awesome.
Yeah, he doesn't exactly... One thing you'll learn about the room, and with anything else related to Rose, he has to watch his wording. Because...
Like, I want explosions. Oh dear God, no.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant.
If you say the wrong thing, the room can turn on you. And at any given moment, in this case, he wanted to go outside, so instead of sending him outside
I guess I'm going to go
properly,
out for donuts. A door opens, he assumes it's the way out, but nope.
No, apparently the room created this sentient version of Beach City, which it can't do, by the way, because it's a task too big for even such a small room.
And it just... The loading speed of the room is impressive, given that it was able to recreate a large portion of it.
But the loading process is not enough for humans, because with Lars and Sadie, it took a long time for them to...
Hello, Steven.
Hello, Steven. Okay, Steven, we love you. Bye-bye. Onion is there, but to be perfectly honest, that could have just been regular Onion.
For all we know.
The real Onion is just like that. He just doesn't give a shit.
Yep. Steven just puts a donut in his hair, swirl, and just walks off.
Yeah. And then it's like Frybo in there, and he's giving them the fry bits. Yeah, it's creepy, and then it's just giving him more fry bits on top of the fry bits, but it's just like the same one. So it's just dissolving into each other.
Yeah, which Steven probably, if he wasn't creeped out as everyone else would be, to realize that it's the same stack of fries melding into each other, not changing in any way. That is pretty much lag in a nutshell.
Lag in a nutshell. And then, and there's Connie, and then something I learned about Connie. So, when we first meet her, she says that they're never in the same place as much, so they've always moved. So I've always assumed she lived in Beach City. But Steven says, when did you get back into town? Yes. Something tells me she doesn't live in Beach City, but she lives somewhere else.
Yeah, her family sometimes moves, like they said.
Well, yeah, so they live somewhere else, but she occasionally comes here, not to Beach City. So I was just kind of confused about that, I guess. Or maybe something like that. So how did she get to Beach City? How did she even get there to where the gems live?
it all goes with.
Was she with her dad or something? Because then her dad must have been worried, like, like, where were you? In a bubble.
Yeah, I hope she didn't just say that.
I don't know. It's up for grabs, but I just wanted to know. So I don't know where she probably lives pretty close to Beach City.
And everyone and in the room, everyone talks in this creepy-ass monotone voice like, hello, and welcome, Stephen.
Except for Connie, she just repeats that one phrase.
Incredible.
He was incredible. He was incredible. Which she's referring to Steven. So the room is saying something like, "Oh, the one time that Connie actually complimented Steven on something he did." So it's repeating, trying to compliment him, and it's creepy.
Very.
He was incredible. He was incredible. And then there's just a bunch of these these characters.
All these random characters with this blank, crazy eye. It's the eyes that you see in the app. You get the app.
Well, it's the eyes. It's basically the eyes you see
blank,
when the characters are in the background.
Yep. Very creepy, blank expressions, and he just screams that, why won't anyone explain what's going on? And he just
so the room gives him
slides through the ground, and he reappears nowhere else but the car wash.
Yeah, the room gives him a proper explanation of what's going on through his dad. Basically, it's just like communicating with him.
Well, sort of communicating.
Sort of.
It's more like saying it in Greg speak.
Because it's overloading, it's not explaining itself properly. Exactly. It's just doing that.
Yep.
Well, the important thing... He just
dishes out a few random things of wisdom, and then he takes a bite of the donut, leaving the same portion of the donut. Nothing really going on with that, but
it gets the message out.
Yep.
Still,
everyone needs their alone time,
but not all the time.
Yep.
But you can be alone, just not always, because your thoughts may come back to haunt you, in a way. So then the room starts
something, and no one got arrested, so all is good.
So then the room starts to disappear. Like each part is just disappearing.
Yep.
And it's just slowly disappearing. Steven falls. This isn't what I want. And I'm pretty sure that was his mother's voice coming out of
the whale. The whale just appears and speaks, saying, What do you want, Steven?
I want to be back at home with the gems.
He hugs the whale, and the door just opens under him, and he falls through the door, and wham, right into Garnet.
Right into Garnet. Is that you? Ow. You're not clouds. All right, Steven. So, that was another cute moment, just him hugging the whale, because in a way he's hugging his mom. Which I will admit, I think that was his mom. It's just in that cute little
way.
Woo! So now the gems are available and have spare time, so want to go mini golfing? Yeah! I get exactly what I want. And then Garnet's wearing the pants, and Amethyst, I don't know what Amethyst is doing, but she's looking at the hole. She's like, I forget
is
what.
Is she like making sure, waiting for it to go in? Is she hoping that it takes another few swings or something? I don't know.
So we get to see the room, and we get to learn how it works. And apparently, I can't handle giant tasks like building an entire town.
I'd be okay with that. I'd take a room like that still.
I wouldn't, but I'd have to be there. The room has to come with an instruction manual on how it should operate. Okay, this is what you say. This is what you shouldn't say unless you want this. If you're with somebody, for example, I want to see someone, make sure it's that person and not your idea of that person. Just something like that. And
it's, come to think of it, it's kind of like the holodeck, but sentient, if you guys know Star Trek stuff.
I'm not much on Star Trek, but I think I know what you're talking about.
It's pretty much a room that you input what you want and stuff comes into being. Like, you say you want this person to appear there, there's a version of that person, and there's just a bunch of things. I see what you're going off with the whole manual thing, and that room would need somewhat of somewhat of a manual for it, but,
yeah, but like I said,
at the same time, it's sentient. It kind of knows what you're going with.
But it can turn on you if you're not careful.
Yep. Always watch your wording, especially with magic. Need to be
And
very.
Steven should know this by now.
Nope.
He's a kid. He's obviously going to forget things every now and
Yeah.
again.
But yeah, that's it for this one.
I think that's it. I mean, you get to learn a little bit more about his mom, mostly through her room. But yeah,
And you get to see Garnet in golf pants.
in golf. Always great to see Garnet in golf pants. We need to see Garnet in more pants. Damn it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm the Tie Guy.
And I'm Steven. Boop.